Friends, as we all know that Pakistan is a failed state. I have said it in my previous videos also, and also I have talked about the Indus Water Treaty. And now we have Field Marshal Munir, their army chief, Bilawal Bhutto, and their Prime Minister Shebaj Sharif talking about nuclear threats, talking about hitting out if the Indus Water Treaty is still kept in abeyance. So what are they trying to do with such empty threats? Giving nuclear threats, thinking that India will bow down to them because they are diplomatically trying to come under US shelter. They have China's blessings. They do not know that India, today's India, will give them even badly than what they got in Op Sindoor. We just had Munir going for a second time to the US for the dining out on the retirement of General Kuruvilla, their chief of the Central Command. And Munir attended his retirement party and also honored him with Nishan-e-Imtiaz, one of the highest civilian awards of Pakistan. And then there was a black tie event at one of the hotels in Florida, which was attended by the Pakistani diaspora with no phones and no cameras. There, Munir, who seems to have gone berserk because initially he gave some hate statements on two religion, two states and conjured up the Pahalgam attack. Now he talks about nuclear threat and says that if Pakistan goes down, they will take half the world down. Also, he makes a second statement in the same lecture talking about if India builds dams to stop the Indus water, they will blast it down with 10 missiles. And another laughing statement, friends, he makes is that India is a shining Mercedes driving like a Ferrari, and we are a dump truck filled with gravel. And if we hit that Mercedes, who will get damaged? So sweet of Munir to call his own country a dung truck full of gravel. And yes, India is a shining Mercedes, forging and moving ahead with full speed. And we don't care of 50% tariffs. And we will try to hold hand of our friends. Because India itself has their own allies who will support us. And the funniest part again is Munir made all these statements from a hotel in Florida, which is Trump's home state. Secondly, he is making nuclear threats from US, and Washington does not have anything to say. So what is this cuddling on going? Leading to where? Pakistan nominates Trump as the peace broker, nominates him for the Nobel Prize. And this doesn't finish here. And then we have Bilawal Bhutto saying that blood will flow in the Indus water if India does not behave properly. And then we will take all the 6 Indus rivers from India and let us see what they do. And then we have the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif talking about a war with India on the Indus Water. So, have these leaders gone berserk by giving such empty states? Or what is wrong with them? Do they think cuddling up to the US will help them? Because they should know that being an enemy of US is okay, but being a friend of the US is very dangerous. US must be having their vested interests to make Pakistan play into their hands. And US is trying their arm twisting by putting tariffs on India, because Trump may be having his vested interests in Pakistan, in the projects that are going on, in the cryptocurrencies that is there. And Munir does not know what he's playing into, because I'm sure Trump is sharper than Munir. All this that is happening, and one threat after the other, and India has categorically given a reply to Munir's statements that it is not going to bow down to any of such nuclear threats. And also, blowing up dams is a war crime, because when Russia blew up a Ukrainian dam, US was outraged, but here there's been no comment except a former Pentagon official who commented on Munir's statements and said it was not acceptable. So India here is not going to be scared of the dump truck which is filled with gravel, because we are stronger than them, our diplomacy is stronger than them, our armed forces is stronger, our economy is stronger. And if there is a war, I am very sure they will not be able to sustain it more than 7 days. And all this that they are saying is all empty vessel makes more noise. So let us see how these jokers of Pakistan react and keep making such statements, all empty statements. Jai Hind.